Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains discussion video. We finally got some news regarding Season 3, albeit it is very vague and very short news. Basically, all that was revealed to us, and I believe V-Jump, was 2 character silhouettes. We do not know anything about these characters besides a very minor description of them. Not really them, but the purpose they are going to serve in Season 3, whether they're going to be villains or threats, and one of those words was used directly in the article. We are going to get into it. I'm going to give 5 different theories and go over them very quickly as to who I think these characters are going to be. We don't know their names. We don't know anything about them. I genuinely do believe that we are going to get their names on the 104 cast list, which should come out on Tuesday, should get the voice actors as well, and I'm sure they will be appearing in the new opening. For those of you that don't know, Season 2 just ended, Opening 3, Season 3 is beginning, Episode 103, which is this coming Wednesday, May 22nd. Really excited for it, and we finally got some very, very minor and vague news on Season 3. We are going to get into it. If you do not want spoilers, now is your chance to click off the video. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Posted on Yugioh organization. So, VRains, news of new characters, sorta. The true identity of these two are ... exclamation mark, question mark. A new threat appears before Playmaker and his allies. Who on earth could these mysterious individuals be? So I actually think I prefer this over what they did for Season 2. When Season 2 began in the V-Jump, we got Soulburner, we got Bowman. Before Season 2 began, I should say. Soulburner, Bowman, Flame, and Haru. We got their designs, we got their voice actors, and we got a little bit of a biography about them. A very short description of the kind of role they are going to be playing. We did not get this with these two characters. Now, the first thing that I saw, I immediately saw a girl on the left, a guy on the right. I'm almost positive that it is going to be a guy on the right, and you can almost see he has a bit of a cape or a jacket on. You can tell by just the silhouette that he's clearly wearing something. Legendary Duels, who I had on for my podcast, he pointed that out immediately. We already discussed this very briefly in the podcast that I do every Saturday. The one on the left immediately to me looked like Aoi's Eisen. Just the bowl kind of haircut. The one on the left also is doing the pose where she's holding glasses, or he or she. The one on the left is hard to say. I would definitely say the one on the right, probably a guy character. The one on the left, I mean, you guys let me know whether you see a girl or a guy silhouette. It's really just a complete crapshoot. But it looks like they're doing the classic anime pose where they're holding glasses. So I don't know why else the hand would be up by the face like that. So I do imagine that this will be a maybe intellectual character or something like that. That's usually what glasses represent. I think of Akiba Reiji. I think of a very intelligent character. Usually that's what glasses symbolize. Not always, but usually, especially if that's the main pose that this character is going to be in. I think the wording of this article and this post is very interesting. The true identity of these two are, and then who on earth could these mysterious individuals be? It is almost like they're trying to give us a little bit of foreshadowing that we are supposed to know or have a little bit of an understanding of who these characters are, which I think is really, really interesting. Now, there is a chance, I'm going to go over 5 different things here on what I think they could be and some popular theories that I've seen you guys throw around just to give my quick thoughts on all of them. And I guess the first one is these being completely new characters. And of course, you guys let me know which theory, or if you have your own theory that you agree with or disagree with, down below. That these are completely new characters, that these are Bowman and Haru-esque, who we knew nothing about at all in Season 1. They came in Season 2. They were the main villains. There's also no guarantee that these two will be the main villains, although it does say a new threat appears before Playmaker and his allies, so I would imagine they will be playing an antagonist role, at least in the very beginning of Season 3, maybe throughout the rest of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains. If these are going to be new, completely random characters, the line, the true identity of these two are, is a little, I would say, misleading. So if I had to put money on where I think this is going to go, I do think they'll probably be new characters. I hope they're not. I hope they do have some relation to any of the characters in the VRains. One of the theories that I actually liked is that these are going to be Soultech AI and human hybrids, similar to what they did with Go, but these are going to be like more advanced. And we went into a whole discussion on the podcast. I think it would be really jarring if these characters did look like the original Lost Incident victims. So if this was like, of course, Aoi Zaizen was not a Lost Incident victim, but if this was like an evil-looking version of Jin, you could have an evil-looking version of like Soulburner, a Dark Soulburner. That would probably be the name of those a character like that. I think that would be really cool and very jarring if they went in a direction like that. So that's an interesting theory. They also could be the human-formed silhouettes of Bishop, of Knight, or of Rook. We've seen those three in chess piece form. I'm sure they have a human form in the VRains, just like Queen does. Maybe that's going to be who these characters are. I think it's safe to bet that these characters will be related somehow to each other, whether by blood or whether they're just working together. I don't think you would show them together. I don't think you would group them together either in this article by saying the true identity of these two are. So I think it's very safe to say they will be working together in some capacity. So Soultech Employees, that's a route I would like to see them go, just because we don't really know too much about Soultech. I want them to be the focus, and even if they are villains, you could still have Queen be that top dog, even though I'm very skeptical on Queen being the main antagonist, just because we've never seen a girl main villain in Yu-Gi-Oh! Before. I have a feeling we still, after VRains ends, will have not seen one, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm proved wrong about that. So Soultech Employees, completely new characters. Of course, the AI-human hybrids, I didn't really count that as the main five. So I will talk very quickly about a lot of people thinking this looks like the Kusanagis. I've even seen some people say it looks like Jin's silhouette on the left, it looks like Shoichi on the right, the Kusanagi brothers. I think what this is silhouette hysteria. If you remember, one of the heaviest theories of Season 1 of VRains, and this was a theory that I pushed and I believed because of the hairstyles, especially because of that very top hairstyle that you can see in Jin's hair, and you can see in even Revolver's hair when we saw his real-life form without seeing his actual face and learning his name. One of the biggest Season 1 theories, just based on silhouettes and designs, was that Jin Kusanagi was Revolver. Jin Kusanagi was the leader of the Knights of Hanoi. Now, obviously, that did not come to fruition at all, but it was silhouette hysteria. One of the biggest theories of the second season was that Aoi Zaizen was that girl Lost Incident victim. We knew from the silhouettes that there was a girl Lost Incident victim that had dual pigtails. Her Ignis was blue, which was the color Aqua was, and Aoi Zaizen was very connected to blue. Blue girl, blue maiden, blue angel, so it just kind of made sense. But then it was not Aoi Zaizen, it was a character named Miyu. Again, silhouette hysteria. I don't think that's actually a term, by the way. I just kind of made it up, and I love the sound of it, so I'm going to push it. But I think people seeing Jin and seeing Shoichi in these silhouettes and seeing Aoi Zaizen like myself, the first thing I thought was Aoi Zaizen with glasses, Aoi Zaizen from the future. But seeing characters that you already know in silhouettes, I think is more hysteria than anything else. So I do not think it's going to be an Aoi or a Kusanagi. The fourth thing, which I think is really interesting, and a bunch of you pointed it out in the comment section when we were doing the live stream, and the fifth thing as well, is this being Wendys Partner, who we don't know the name of, and being Miyu in the VRains. Now, we don't know what either of those characters' Link VRains forms would look like, and if for whatever reason those two are healed miraculously, I don't really know how that would work. I don't know how you would get Miyu out of the coma, lightning put her in without actually going to see her first. And I don't know how Wendys Partner is alive when Revolver did extensive research. So that's where there's kind of holes in that theory. But if this was Miyu in VRains form and Wendys Partner in VRains form, and they're going after Playmaker and his allies for whatever reason, that would be kind of interesting. Although I don't really see Miyu in... It would have to be the girl on the left, because again, the person on the right, I'm very sure, with that spiky hair is going to be a guy character. I don't really see Miyu's avatar looking like the silhouette on the left. I just don't envision it. But again, with Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains, with Link VRains, your avatar can be whatever the hell you want. So I guess there is some merit there. And then finally, and this is probably the theory that I would most like to be true, that these two are Yusaku Fujiki's mother and father. A couple people pointed that out in the chat. I didn't even think of it when I saw these silhouettes, so huge thank you to you. That's why I love talking to you guys, and I'm sure you guys will drop some more theories down below that will blow my mind away and that I'll love. if this is Yusaku's mother and father, that would be so fascinating. It would be so good for his character. I think it would be so good for the show, because why would they be going after Playmaker? Maybe they don't even know Yusaku is Playmaker. They probably wouldn't even know that their son is Playmaker. So that could be a big twist down the road when Yusaku realizes that these are his parents or something insane like that. The only reason I'm skeptical, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, we knew Yuma's parents went missing, but they were mentioned. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, we knew Yuya's dad went missing, but he was mentioned. Yusaku's parents through 102 episodes have not been mentioned once by anyone. So it would kind of feel, at this point, if they are going to show Yusaku's parents, it would kind of feel a little rushed, a little like they didn't plan to do it, but then they made that plot twist. Like, I feel like it would have been better had they made note of his parents gone missing. Even if it was in, like, episode 4, Yusaku could have said, after my parents went missing, I searched for them after the lost incident, I didn't find them, something like that. And that is all you needed to have a setup for his parents to come into the show later. Because they have not done that, I don't think these will be his parents. I honestly do not think we will ever know what happened to his parents, which is a shame, because I think it would be really good for his character. I honestly don't think we will ever hear him talk about his parents. I hope I'm wrong about that, and it would be amazing if these two were his parents. But those are some theories, guys, that I have heard thrown around, and some theories that I really do enjoy. There's none of them that I really dislike, although if I had to pick one that I hope it's not, completely new characters, like Bowman and Haru-esque. Obviously, they are going to be new characters to some degree. At this point, you would say Wendys Partner would be a new character. So they are going to be new characters, but I hope they are tied to the Lost Incident or Soultech or an established group or an established character already. I hope there's some kind of tie between them, and they're not just coming out of nowhere, or they're not time travelers. My god, imagine, it would be such a Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing if this is Aoi Zaisen from the future, Jin Kusanagi from the future, and they're coming to destroy their past selves and destroy all the Charisma Duelists and all the heroes of VRains and destroy Link VRains because Link's doomed their future. We've seen it in 5Ds. Don't do it in VRains. That's one thing that I'm genuinely concerned about. But we will have to wait and see who these characters are. Again, I think we will get their names in the 104 cast, and I think we will see their official design in Opening 3, unless they are going to be silhouetted in Opening 3. Very excited to react to Opening 3 and just kick off Season 3. I'm ready, and I'm sure you guys all are as well. It's been a nice, long Season 2. Excited for Season 3. So thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my thoughts on these mystery characters. A special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons, Alexa Baker, Glen McGookin, Jorge Carrillo, James Rose, Samuel Stark, Thomas Adderley, Horace Maye, Goosey Q, Vincent Van Der Veen, Brian Ford, and Rexkentrix, and to my Diamond tier patrons Jesse Wood and Garrett Palmer, and to my Egyptian God tier patron Chris Swan. A huge thank you to everyone who supports me over on Patreon. I cannot tell you how much it helps me out, and a huge thank you to everyone who just watches these videos, because without you guys, I would not be able to do this. I will talk to you all down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.